I don't know if it's a golden age as ever, but it's one of the golden age of cycling, because it's true that we have wonderful races, wonderful athletes, riders, and they always want to fight in a way. You know, they are and they take cycling as a game, so it's clearly less boring than it was at some points, and very exciting. So yes, it's nice, and I think cycling is becoming more and more popular. The TV audiences are high, and yes, that's really a golden age for cycling. You know, I think is one of these leaders who will be part of the history of cycling. If you speak with Eddy Merckx or Bernard Hinault, you know, for them, Pogacar is one of them. So, and they have a lot of respect for what he's doing. So I think if you compare Merckx and Pogacar the same age, they are not far away one from another. So yes, we can in a way compare Pogacar to Merckx. It will be in Rwanda. We never have doubts that it will be in Rwanda, and that will be in Rwanda. Very happy to see also that over the last days or weeks, they've been able to find an agreement in between Rwanda and RDC under the leadership and umbrella of United States of America, and then they sign a kind of first document to sign a peace agreement, and that's great. So the situation is becoming calm now, and it will be a huge success. So I'm very pleased to see that the pressure is decreasing, and that it will be a huge success. And for the first edition in Africa, that was quite important for us. We expect to have really a lot of people along the routes, probably the most overcrowded World Championship ever. That's a big issue for all of us. For the riders first, because that's their job. It's very stressful to race today, to be with all these obstacles. For the teams, of course, because you don't want to endanger your employees in a way. For the organizers, because you don't organize a race to have incidents or accidents. And for the UCI, because our mission is to ensure that it's safe. So with that said, I have to say that we are working together, and we create it safer in order to bring all the families, not to throw the hot potatoes from one to another, but to say, let's face it together. One of the big difficulties that we have today is the roads are becoming more friendly for pedestrian or cyclists, but not for cycling competition. It's a quite long debate, and you know, my personal feeling is that we don't need radio in a race. I know some stakeholders are not in agreement with this. Some riders are in favor, some riders are against. Team managers are more in favor. The fans are completely against. So it's not so easy. But you have races where you don't have earpieces, like UCI World Championships, Olympic Games, and you have less crashes. So it's not true to say that with earpieces it's more safe. You know, it's forbidden to have earpieces when you drive a car, because it can disturb you from from your attention to drive your car. So I believe it's a bit the same. With that said, it has to be also with the UCI rules, and you have to also respect the existing races. So how we can bring a new economic model, how we can enlarge our revenues without also only giving opportunities to races that will be part of one cycling instead of races not part necessarily of one cycling. We have to be careful and not to give more advantage to some races just because they could be part of one cycling. You know, Paris-Roubaix will still be Paris-Roubaix, whether it's one cycling race or not, and it will be more important than the Grand Prix de Plouay will just take 2 races in France, not to make any problem in Spain. But I think we are the sport of anti-doping. Clearly, we are the leading international federation, but we have to stay awake because this fight will never end. we will as always to fight. Why? Because we have new substances, a new method. So we have to work with laboratories and more specifically with the ITA. So we invest a lot, close to 10 million Swiss francs, which is close to 10 million euro. It's huge. And I will always say that credibility has no price, but it has a cost for us. The WADA must also invest more in the research because we collect all the samples. We work with police and so on. But at the end, it's not our job to make the analysis. The analyses are made with laboratories that receive a certification from the World Anti-Doping Agency. And